Hey cleaning family, it's Carolyn Arellano, your cleaning business mentor here. And in this video, we are going to be discussing all of the residential client intake questions that you should be asking your potential clients before sending them a residential quotation. If you find my videos educational and informational, please be sure to hit the like, the subscribe button, as well as a notification button. That way you'll get a notification every single time I upload a video. The reason behind having this client intake questionnaire is so that we do not waste any time doing in-person walkthroughs. Now, I understand that when we first start our cleaning business, doing in-person walkthroughs makes sense because we don't know the condition of a home and because we don't know our clean times, right? We just don't know how long it takes to clean a home if we've actually never cleaned a home. I'm telling you that you do not need to do in-person walkthroughs unless you feel there is a particular need. For an example would be a hoarding situation or maybe like a very large post-construction cleaning job, something along those lines where you may require a walkthrough, right? Also for commercial, obviously we do walkthroughs, but we're going to speak solely on residential for this video. So again, I came up with this intake questionnaire because I found that driving around to do walkthroughs was wasting my time. Like literally, most of these people, if not half, weren't going to book with us anyway. So we were wasting, time, gas, and resources. So I decided that we were no longer going to do in-person estimates. We were going to give estimates and quotes via phone. That way we would save time and again resources, and I am able to gather enough information by asking these particular questions and also, knowing our clean times in order to come up with a very accurate quote for our clients. Now, a second reason that I have come up with this client intake form is because I was not asking all of the proper questions when quoting a home. I understand that sometimes asking our clients certain questions may seem intrusive, but it is in fact not. The more information that we gather and the more information that we have, the more accurate we are going to be able to quote our clients. And now that actually benefits the client as well, right? So if at any point a client doesn't want to give you any of this information or gives you a pushback, just try to gather as much info as possible. And one of the pushbacks that we get or sometimes get is the client not wanting to share their address with us. Now, my response when a client says, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable giving you my address," I say, "Okay, not a problem. I'm just going to gather as much information as possible. I do want to let you know if you do provide us with your address, you have more of a chance of getting a more accurate quotation. Because with that address, we are able to pull it up on Zillow or Trulia, etc., right? I don't exactly tell the clients that. I say that we have a special database where we can put their home address in and pull up enough information most of the time where we'll come up with that accurate pricing. So again, it may seem intrusive, but please understand that as a business owner, if you want to grow and scale, there's no way you're going to be doing in-person walkthroughs, and you have to get comfortable with asking for basic information. So let's get into this client questionnaire. If you guys would like a free, downloadable, customizable residential cleaning intake form, please be sure to check the link in the description of this video. Now, let's get into this intake question. So somebody calls and says, "Hi, I'm looking to book a cleaning or I'd like some pricing." And we say, "Hello, we'd be happy to give you or send you over a quotation for your review. I just need a couple of pieces of information before we can move forward." So with that line, I'm making it clear that I'd be very happy to send you a quote, but first I'm going to need the following information. So that already sets the tone, right? Okay, so I need your first name, last name, email address. Now the reason why I want the email address is to send updates, booking confirmations, but also to remarket to the client later on. You want to make sure to ask for their phone number, even though they're calling you from a number that you can possibly see on your phone. The reason why you want to ask for the phone number and not assume that the number they're calling you on is the one is because they could be calling you from a work phone, or they could be making this appointment for a family member. So be sure to ask for the phone number. The next one is going to be the home's physical address. Now, the reason why, and you don't have to tell this to the client, but the reason why we're asking for the home's physical address is because we're immediately going to be pulling it up on Zillow or on any other realtor app such as Trulia, right? You just put it in Google and it'll give you a couple of different options to actually click and view the home, right? So we ask for the physical address because when we get to the end of this questionnaire, we put the client on hold to work up the quote. So again, home's physical address. What type of cleaning are you looking to be quoted on, right? That's a super important question because every client just automatically assumes that they need a deep cleaning or a standard cleaning. And that's not always the case, right? There have been times where someone says, hey, I need a deep cleaning. I sent them a deep cleaning quote. We show up, the house is empty. It's a move-in quote or clean. Same thing with post-construction. People say deep, they mean post-construction. It's up to us to inform the client of all the different options that they have because they are not the professionals. So what type of cleaning are you looking to be quoted on? A deep cleaning, post-construction cleaning, move-in, move-out cleaning, commercial cleaning, carpet cleaning, etc. Be sure to list every type of clean that you offer because, again, the client is not going to know what they need. Question: have you recently had the home professionally cleaned within the last 2 months? Yes or no? This just gives you an idea of whether anyone else has been in there professionally to clean. If it hasn't, you know it's going to take a little bit longer. Now, do you currently reside in the home? Okay. Do you currently reside in the home? This is important to ask because this is going to help us decipher, again, whether this is a move-in or move-out clean, a deep clean, or a post-construction. Sometimes these conversations that we're having, they move quickly, and the client, could have missed that. So do you currently reside in the home? If the answer is no, this is considered a move-in, move-out clean, or a post-construction clean, right? Because some people do renovations on the home, they end up moving out, or maybe they bought a home, newly renovating it for themselves, so it's empty. So if they don't reside in the home, if they're not living there, then you know it's a move-in, move-out, or a post-construction. You recently had any renovations or construction done within the last 2 months? Okay. Have you recently had any renovations or construction done within the last 2 months? If yes, ask if there is any post-construction dust left behind, okay? So if they say, yeah, as a matter of fact, we changed out the cabinets and redid the entire basement, well, make sure to ask, is there any post-construction dust still left over? If they say no, you say, okay, not a problem, but make it very clear that if you arrive and there is post-construction dust, the hourly rate is going to increase, or the overall pricing is going to increase. Now, the reason why I ask this is because people will leave this information out sometimes on purpose, right? And sometimes just because they don't know any better. But by asking this and making it clear that if you show up and there's post-construction dust, the overall rate is going to change, you're putting that out there for the client to understand. And that way there's no going back and forth, well, you didn't tell me or you didn't ask. No, we made it very clear on our first conversation. That we have recorded, by the way. But that'll be a whole nother video all about phone systems, right? So have you recently had any construction done within the last 2 months? No. Great. Just, if we show up and there is post-construction dust, the rate is going to change. If yes, then you have your answer. It's not a deep clean, it's a post-construction clean, and you can quote accordingly. Now, some more other questions. How many bedrooms do you have? How many offices do you have? Now, I ask about the offices because people love to not count an office as a bedroom, right? So you'll show up and someone will say, I have 3 bedrooms. You show up, they have 3 bedrooms, they have a playroom, they have an office. And because they don't use those 2 rooms as bedrooms, they won't consider them bedrooms, right? So you'll be surprised at, when you ask these questions, people will say, oh, I have 3 bedrooms and I have 2 offices, for example, right? and then you're like in your own head, and when you're inputting it into your platform that you use, you'd put the correct number of bedrooms, right? So if they say 3 bedrooms, 2 offices, that's 5 bedrooms. So that's why I say how many offices after I ask the bedroom question. How many bathrooms do you have, right? Do you have any half bathrooms? Because sometimes they'll be like, oh, I have 3 bathrooms, but it's really 2.5, or, vice versa. So you just want to be clear on the amount of bathrooms. Would you like to include the inside of the oven? For us, that's an extra, so that's why we asked that, right? Would you like to include the inside of the refrigerator? Again, that's an extra, that's why we asked that. Would you like to include the outside of the kitchen cabinets? For us, that's an extra, that's why we asked that. Do you have any pets? Okay, do you have any pets? Now, people get a little weird because they think that you're not going to want to clean their house with their dog. The reason why we're asking if they have pets is because we know if they have pets, there's going to be more dander in the home. Cats, dogs, you know what I mean? And if they get a little bit offensive and they say, oh, yeah, we have 2 dogs, but we're going to lock them up. Or we have some cats, but we're going to lock them up. You say, oh, okay, not a problem. The reason why I'm asking is because some of our technicians have allergies, so we do have to note that. Okay, so that's my excuse. I tell them, well, we have to note that because some of our technicians have allergies, and, we're considerate to our employees' allergies. But really, it's because we want to know if we should add an extra half an hour to 45 minutes to the clean. And again, we're pet friendly. You can say that. Again, it's the whole allergy concept. Do you have a finished basement that you would like to include in the cleaning? People love to assume that their finished basements are included. And they are not, unless you tell us that, right? Because we have to account for the time that we're going to be cleaning that. Do you have running water? If no, state that this is a requirement. And unless you have running water, the clean's not happening. Does the electricity work at the home? Same thing. If no, state that this is a requirement. You cannot clean without electricity. Now, these 2 last questions, you'd be very freaking surprised at. Of how many homes that you might show up to that don't have running water or electricity, especially when it comes to like move in, move out cleaning. And sometimes even with deep cleaning, you'd be surprised people just don't have their water on, or they haven't paid an electricity bill. But regardless, you definitely want to ask that, because on more than one occasion, my team and I have went to cleans where there was no water. And we had to like dry clean or try to figure it out, or we didn't get paid for that job, right? Because we didn't simply ask that question. Thing with the electricity, we've shown up to cleans and have had to clean in the dark, like in the dark, someone holding their cell phone up while I was scrubbing a shower. So that's why I include these questions, because it's really important to know this kind of stuff. Also, this information should be enough for you to understand what to expect and how to quote, and it will leave less room for errors, right? So again, I'm just going to go down the list again. I already gave you my reasons why. First name, last name, email address, phone number. Home's physical address. What type of cleaning are you looking to be quoted on? And then explain the cleans that you have to offer. Have you recently had the home professionally cleaned within the last 2 months? Do you currently reside in the home? Have you recently had any renovations or construction done within the last 2 months? How many bedrooms do you have? How many offices do you have? How many bathrooms do you have? How many half bathrooms do you have? Would you like to include the inside of the oven? Would you like to include the inside of the fridge? Would you like to include the exterior of the kitchen cabinets? Do you have any pets? Do you have a finished basement that you would like to include? Do you have running water? And does the electricity work at the home? Another one that I'm going to be adding on to this questionnaire is going to be, would you like to include the garage? Now with garage cleaning, all we really do is high dusting windows and sweep it out. I don't use my HEPA vacuums inside of anyone's garage because things get stuck and jammed, but I make it very clear that we do not mop garages. We just do high dusting and the glass and sweeping out. But also ask that question because a lot of times with the move in, move out cleaning, people will assume that you're going to clean the garage. They will assume that you're going to clean the basement. They will assume that you're going to clean all of the extras that you consider extras as your services. So again, this is a residential client intake form that we have, our assistant ask these questions when answering the phone. You guys can download a copy for yourselves in the description of this video. This should help you guys with understanding as much information about a clean as possible so that you do not have to drive around and do in-person walkthroughs. Now, if for some reason you're on the phone with the client and you're just getting that vibe that they are leaving some type of information out, or they're just not being truthful, or you feel as though it may be extremely dirty compared to what they're trying to say, what I would suggest then is to ask to do a video walkthrough. We've done that as well, and I still do that. We either send them a Google Meets link or I can call them off of my iPhone, right? You probably don't want to do that, so you can send them a Google Meets link or a Zoom link or something like that. But there are other ways that you can gather enough information to quote a residential client than driving around and wasting resources. If you guys found this video helpful, informational, useful, please be sure to give me a like, hit subscribe, and also be sure to hit that notification button so that you know every single time I upload a new video. Hey cleaning family, if you guys are interested in learning how to build your very own multi-six-figure cleaning business from scratch, please be sure to check out the link in the description of this video. I have a number of online courses, mentorship support, products and services for the aspiring cleaning business owner.